hey, congratulations on your win via the Open. Do you want to come out to Madison where we'll honor you?
Totally, and watch the other athlete, the elite. Oh, and yeah, it was just like I could go on about it, but yeah, it's.
Can I ask a question? You sort of touched upon this at the very beginning of this show, but it just is a part of your story that I'm curious about that probably will lend a little bit more context to you growing up with your disability. But you said that you became blind when you were 5 as a part of what was happening with your brain cancer. So you were diagnosed with a pediatric type of a brain cancer? Is that what was going on?
Right. So at the age of 5, I was diagnosed with an astrocytoma. So the tumor was in the center of the brain and had it actually grown to fill most of the cavity. And so I went into emergency surgery at the age of 5. So I had a full craniotomy. And I don't know if you can kind of see it, but the scar goes from one ear all the way to the other. And I'm sure you can only imagine. And at the time, I was so young and didn't know what was happening. And as I got older, my mom said, do you want to know what they did? And she explained it to me, and I thought, sounds like it's right out of a horror movie. And so it was attached to my hypothalamus, optic nerves, and pituitary glands. So it messed up a lot of things, took away my vision. I'm actually in remission.
Okay.
So I have been for 20 years.
Hey.
Yeah, great. It is great. And they couldn't take the rest out, or else I would have been 100% blind because it's attached to my optic nerves.
Oh, so they knew that going in. They knew that they were going to leave you partially blind. Got it.
Yes, and it was a tough decision, right? Because the surgeon either makes the decision, okay, we're going to remove all of it, or we're going to remove part of it. And then shortly after, I had 64 weeks of chemotherapy.
64 weeks? Oh my God, at 5 years old. Holy moly. How did they find it? Were you having like wonky symptoms or?
Yeah, another great question. So I was so young, so I wasn't able to actually voice what was happening, right?
Sure.
You're not able to, so when you lay down, the pressure is more, I guess, is worse on the brain when you're lying down, and then when you get up, it's better because the pressure goes away. And then I was throwing up a lot, and I was taken to the doctors, and they were like, she has the flu or she has a cold, and my mom was like, she doesn't have a temperature, so this is really weird. Back and forth. Long story short, she ended up taking me to Children's Hospital, and then they did an x-ray, and then they said the tumor is filling the entire cavity. We need to do emergency surgery. Please call family, loved ones, because we're not sure if she's going to make it.
Oh, for God's sake.
And it's pretty hard for a mom to hear. I was like, oh, it's tough, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, call my brother and sister, call my dad, call people now, because we're going to put her under and then do what we can. And I was really lucky, I have to say.
Yeah. And good on your mom too, because that is, for what it's worth, toddlers throw up all the time. I mean, you're kind of just, what's going on? What germs are coming home today? Or what did they eat? Or whatever. And so that's terrifying. Holy moly. From every angle. And from what you went through.
Yeah.
What's your family think about this CrossFit journey you're on?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Full support. I think it's amazing. Sometimes I almost can't believe how far I've gotten. So in 2021, I had, I think it was 6 brain surgeries.
What?
In 2021, and I don't know how I do it. People say it's resilience. Some people say it's determination. Some people say it's strength. And I'm like, yeah, I just want to get back. My first question after all of my surgeries was, they're like, do you have any questions about anything? Yeah, when can I get back to